Hi, my name's Kerwin, and I'm a stage 4 cancer patient. One day I woke up and I had pain in my leg, or my abdomen, my left side, and I thought, well, that's not good. So I took it easy for a few days, and then and it didn't get better. There was a couple other things going on too, but I decided to, make an appointment with my family physician, and I did. And soon as he saw what I thought was a pulled muscle, he said, that's not a pulled muscle. And he said, that's a swollen lymph node. So I was kind of shocked by that. He didn't jump to any conclusions. He just said, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take some blood tests, and we're going to put you on some antibiotics. And so I took antibiotics for a week, and we went on vacation for another week, and then when we came back, I still had the swollen lymph node, and I decided to, get back with the doctor and talk to him a little bit more. And he told me that the blood test didn't really reveal too much, but he said we need to do some tests. And so he set me up with a couple different other doctors, and I did colonoscopy, I did additional blood tests, and I did a CAT scan. And when those things came back, during the colonoscopy they did a biopsy, and when those things came back, there was not much good news. They diagnosed me with colorectal cancer, and the CAT scan also showed that there was spots on my liver, my adrenal glands, and one spot in my lung. They didn't take a very high CAT scan. But anyway, he said, he set me up with an oncologist to talk to, and then we had a lot of other people recommend MD Anderson. And so we also made an appointment with MD Anderson, and they did additional testing. And they did upper scan from my chest, and then they did more blood tests and different things. And every time we do a test, we find cancer in another spot. So they found not just one spot in my lung, in the lower lung, but they found 3 spots on each lung. And then we did some more tests not too long ago, and those spots, those tests revealed that I also had cancer on my left pelvic bone. And so and then this past week, they also did some other x-rays on my spine. I'm not looking forward to hearing back from that, because every time they do another test, they find something else. But, the fact is that I have cancer, and I have cancer in various spots in my body. I'm handling chemotherapy pretty good, and I started radiation this past week, so I had 5 days of radiation. And I was a little bit worried about that, but it's actually not affecting me too much. So the hope is that it's affecting the cancer cells and not debilitating me. The pelvic bone, didn't have deterioration yet. So they were happy about that. But they said, we need to get in there and we need to, use radiation to try and stabilize this so that it won't deteriorate your bones. Because if your bones get deteriorated and everything, then you're going to have some serious complications. And they didn't want to see that happen. So the risk of falling, breaking my hip, or something else along that line would limit the kind of treatment they could give me in the future. So we really listened to what the doctors have said, and I've been to so many different doctors, so many different departments now, that is pretty crazy. But we did choose to go to MD Anderson for treatment, and we've been pretty happy with all the doctors and the staff and different people. So I've been very happy with that. And I still, to this day, haven't had a sad day. I haven't had a mad day because I have cancer. It's because I know God is able, and able to either heal me, able to bring me through this, give me strength, and able to provide everything I need in the meantime. So my hope is that I'm going to be able to overcome cancer, to be a survivor, a long-term survivor. And nothing's guaranteed. Life isn't guaranteed. I could have an accident today, or you could. But the fact is, just I'm putting my life in God's hands and trusting Him. And I'm not sad that I have cancer. And some people are saying, that it's amazing that you don't feel that. But I haven't been depressed or anything. And I haven't had an awful lot of side effects. I did have, there's a port that's here, and they hook in the chemo into it. And so I had several chemo treatments that way. And right now I'm taking pills while I'm on radiation, chemo pills. But the port was infected for a while. So the first week, a few days after the first chemo treatment, I had infection. I was running a fever and had to go to the emergency room and different things. And that wasn't fun at all. That was the worst time I've had so far. And I hope to not repeat anything like that. And I'm hoping we can get all these spots under control and they can shrink them down to nothing. So doctors are doing their part, but they do not talk about a cure. They can't cure me. They don't mention that. They don't talk about my lifespan being shortened. All they talk about is providing the treatment to try and shrink these cancer cells and to eliminate them from my body and make my life a better standard of living for my life and live longer. So I have no reason to believe that that's not going to happen. I don't have any reason to believe it is going to happen. But the fact is, I'm just going day by day, trusting, believing, hoping for the best. So I'm putting this out there because we do have financial needs. Cancer treatment is not cheap. We do have insurance, but there are some needs that aren't covered by that. And so things have been tough for us financially. We have had some friends that have helped us out some ways, in physical ways, giving me rides to and from the hospital when I can't drive. And then also financially. So I've been very, very thankful for the friends that we've had. So if there is anybody out there that would like to make a donation, then you can go to the end of this video to see how you can make a donation. Anything that you do, whether little or a lot, big or small, is very, very appreciated. Hope to hear from some of you. Thank you very much. Bye.